Enye kamamao ni enwere.
I don't predict a game no.
Say me we ani na me predict.
Okay.
Last season, Chelsea lose to Nottingham Forest or the Stamford Bridge. Now, me can sembi in the last few days, me sakes SCB. Chelsea match obebo against Nottingham Forest. Nyame admoch na no. The most difficult game Chelsea will play up to this point in the season. Messi should be mama. Chelsea game on the Nottingham Forest ebebo china. It is going to be the most difficult game at Chelsea bebo up to this point. In the last few games that Chelsea are born, we bought Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, West Ham United, and Brighton. Most of our 4 teams in the month of September press Chelsea. And you will say Chelsea for every how they wanted to play. How I'm play quickly in between the channels and then I'm hurt your opponents now. Out of these teams, the only team I want to press Chelsea, your man born here very compact, you know, Chelsea and winning. And then also Bowofi, and that's the Crystal Palace game. Crystal Palace ever to Chelsea, you know, they played in a compact 5 at the back, 5-3-2, making it tough for Chelsea to progress the ball and then break them down. In fact, after say Chelsea shot the first goal, now halftime game no war on Crystal Palace through a break was able to get an equalizer. Yes, the principles are there. But so although Enzo Maresca airside, they are going to play against the 3rd most defensive side when English Premier League. The underlining your friend is X, you know, almost a 3rd in terms of chances conceded English Premier League. Obi are creating least chances against them. Nottingham Forest side no or for you to break them down. It is difficult for you to create quality chances against Crystal Palace side no. So it's a different dynamic of a game, different dimension. And a Chelsea Kwakosia, Uti Enzo Maresca now on the pre-match press conference now. Also, know the only one style for all the matches. Match be our analyzing opponents, no, and then he plays according to the strength of an only team and the weakness of the opponent style. Now, Niamani even a little bit more difficult. And he said, Richardo, on the tactical board, Sawosha, Nottingham Forest for them. So almost sitting deep we are. Almost very, very direct. And because of their pacey wingers, almost use Morgan Yates or Phil for them. And Morgan gives White as a 10. In those half spaces as creators. Then on the wing they can throw on Anthony Elanga and Callum Hudson-Odoi to be quick and pacey and direct up front. Now there is also James Ward-Prowse, one of the best creators in FIFA to control the game for them. So who could do money more? There is Taiwo Awoniyi, an outlet to hold up the ball, or even Chris Wood who can do the job in the Chelsea Echo match. It is very, very clear. Senior Chelsea against Crystal Palace. Now against Barrow, and the same style of the against team my friend against Chelsea probably should go back into that. Say, share the starting lineup that will most likely come. Chelsea most likely will play with a single pivot to match him. We'll play with one pivot from here, then 2 players, senior Madrid for a bomb or diamond on the top. Then they can play around the 5 back opponents no and the baba match them, which is very important because the opponents able actually in Fiifi-5 not say ultimately we need dwells now one of the things you need to do and they say in the middle of the park they win you numerically and so we'll build it around it and have superiorities numerically on either side of the pitch so the progressing the ball forward. A different challenge for Chelsea in the Enzo Maresca team no? Especially at Stamford Bridge. And conform call game against Ghent and they say, I say, now the atmosphere is good, they are beginning to get results any other day, but it's going to be a difficult game. Tactically, it's an opponent fitting exactly how to hit Chelsea from set pieces. The players need a big and bulky, aggressive, bit smash Chelsea. But I've seen Chelsea play well against Crystal Palace in a deep block. I've seen Chelsea progress the ball with Sido Diko passes. No, Levi Cole or in a new check and he breaks the lines from deep. These are some of the principles. A bit me breaking down Nottingham Forest side and Marin Fee. Nottingham Forest, Nuno Espirito Santo, one of the best low block managers in the league. And it is why the underlying data is so clearly say Omo good defensively without the ball. So it's going to be a difficult game. Now, while it's going to be a difficult game, Chelsea have shown say Omo players who may receive the ball in between the lines in the last line. Omenya the +1 in the last line. So it's a Chile fiver. It becomes a 6v5. Then a single pivot in the middle of the pack that will control everything in terms of the game no anymore. But one thing Chelsea have to do because of the counter attack, and they say Chelsea it's good and sharp on the counter press. So they can win it quickly and then translate forward, which is very, very important. Also, our match in Melbourne. I think that generally we have come through it all the major games now. I think the Barca beshe, Madrid beshe, International Milan beshe on the Saturday game. You know, Liverpool we are expecting to score, but I'll give Liverpool a double chance rather. Arsenal beshe, Man City beshe this weekend. Open the general odds in there. What matches no so wana.
Open Premier League nana. Crystal Palace Liverpool.
Double chance for Liverpool.
Arsenal Southampton.
Arsenal score 1/1.5.
City Fulham.
City win 1/1.5.
Aston Villa Manchester United.
Villa double chance.
Villa double chance.
Yeah.
Chelsea Nottingham Forest.
Chelsea win. Chelsea if you bet me. Chelsea be share.
Sabon a draw.
Mate, to
draw.
Obi mi say also kan.
I love tag na
Obi an kan say be analysis.
Yeni je ho. Say we must enya de.
But any yes na uti o ya de.
Me tia say
o ya de ana.
Enya de. Enti na say ye pesa tag na mu de aman no.
Ba say
enya de.
Adwuma na edema o.
Eni ye adwuma we ya de.
Edema o. Resignation letter na ho.
Say
fa mo kukuma na.
Say me jama just.
Adwuma na edema o. Ye.
Adwuma ba ko fi yenyi bibia nso o kire be se o.
O cha be se o.
Yam bo draw da.
O cha be se Villa.
Ye be ko Villa Park akose Aston Villa.
O si de bia na me ni pa mu ni ofori mu problem. Se unja o si mu sei na. E so mu twa to. Ye starting nation.
Me ba show bi aye wo fi bia.
But man dey yetimi san ko twa bi. Ye twa to one.
Who ya wa ko twa to.
O le ka say mu twa.
Every day be a be show is on Facebook.
O ti say number share
on radio ni ade na obeti twa voice.
And number share one na.
Me say take it from me.
Dey be we take it from you.
Ya me ya adoma ochina.
Every day we take it from you.
Ya jitum ya nya ade Aston Villa for ni ade. Be be ko show na emri ni team no of Villa Park.
O show na emri.
Market.
O say how many goals?
Oh, win be I win. 1-0 2-1. Ya win.
Ma say ni dia.
Yam fa drum free game we mu madda.
O say ni dia.
Me so dia choto.
O say ni dia man your lunch is on me.
Chama me pour lunch for lunch.
It's really say all the socials. I mean, social media, Fiifi-Manfred on Facebook, Fiifi-Manfred, Fiifi_Manfred or Twitter. Bet code tells you for party. It's no me di.
We spend 1 billion also in the Premier League. Yam.
Party. No me di Antonio Conte won't come.
Okay.
And then make catch us say, Enra, Conte game on it, come boy. One month the regular 3 back now you name say they be obo with a 4 at the back. Bongue Momo as 2 center back pair. Play Di Lorenzo. Then in the middle of the park, Obebo Stanislav Lobotka as the deep line playmaker. Then Frank Andre Zombo Anguissa as the one of the 8. Then next to him, you see Scott McTominay in a way. Most of the times, no, you see Scott McTominay in Scotland. And the later parts of Eric Ten Hag and even Jose Mourinho, as a box crusher. Intuition and now, our first goal almost saying it was from Scott McTominay. Late runs from midfield, getting into the box and then getting the goal for Tima, your friend in Napoli, on top of the Italian Serie A. And Napoli, after the bad start to Antonio Conte season, on the top, Scott McTominay goal any Napoli with Lukaku share penalty and Davide Neres ebemu later ebabedi win no amatima your friend Napoli into the Italian Serie A there. Napoli are on top and then any this weekend there are a lot of games eba so Inter ebo going out ebo fear the Giuseppe Meazza an important game Juventus Fiat and Cagliari. These are all games that you better later for you. Okay. I've seen what Toni Kroos has said about this Real Madrid team. And asema Toni Kroos kind of me share assembly and I ask myself say can it be true so what Toni Kroos and or say People always pretend that Real Madrid won all games 4-0 with me. That's wrong. Things are not looking good, for sure. But we haven't always played the stars out of the sky with me neither. We have often struggled with me. You can't forget that. And Toni Kroos, I can't same way. Based on Madrid's recent form, anyhow, I almost struggle with a lot of the games at Madrid. Airborne. The last game at Madrid, boy, was that all-important game that they went to play away in the Champions League, losing by a goal to 0. Before then, in 5 games, opponents they win. It was always tough for them. Now in which something has been very clear. So wait here, Ancelotti, after all the games at Madrid, Ancelotti said, "Oh, the team wasn't good on the day. Things were not too good for them. No, share a lot of things have to change for players." No, but I keep on asking myself, say, in all the games that Madrid have played this season, so how should have Madrid for asset up on the teams now? There are 2 major formations that Madrid use, and then you may almost against Villarreal. Villarreal losing 5-1 against team friend Barcelona in the Spanish La Liga against Lille. No, Madrid went into last season's formation with a 4-1-2-1-2. Antonio Rudiger, Militao, Carvajal, Mendy, Oriente Tchouameni, Eduardo Camavinga, Federico Valverde, Jude Bellingham, Vinicius Junior, and Endrick. And because before that, no about a similar formation against Atletico de Madrid. But or starting with Rodrigo Goes. And it looks as if if Ancelotti is going to go into any game seemingly difficult. And as a game in Europe, or with a much more defensive diamond shape, with Tchouameni at the base of the diamond and Jude Bellingham at the apex of the diamond. Sometimes you won't say other goalers who have a team in him. But this season, times are Madrid a lot of success and they've gotten wins easily. Have been in games like Senegal against Deportivo Alaves match. Which in a game where it was close, goes a flow pan. Madrid went into that game with a 4-3-3. That game, had the defensive balance, got a good balance in the middle of the park, and got excellent balance in attack. Match is so shabby. The discipline, positional discipline, near top notch, especially for Rodrigo Goes. Consistently, Ancelotti employed on him, so by keeping the weight on the right hand side. Saying about the rotations will only go on between Kylian Mbappe and the branch of Vinicius Junior. Again, in the middle of the park, it was a balance of athleticism of 3 midfielders, technical ability, and hard work from all of those 3. Because out of these 3 midfielders, it is Tchouameni, and he names comfortably he is on the ball. Obetime control play like Toni Kroos, not the same level, but also similar skill set to Toni Kroos. And Omeka, even last season, Abena Toni Kroos work on. There were times where they would throw in Tchouameni to come and control the game in that regard. Now, Semani for Esomoko in attacker, he moves from a 4-3-3 to become a 4-2-3-1 up top because Tchouameni and Valverde will now come and sit at the base. Then Jude Bellingham will play in the half space as a 10. Then Vinicius Junior and Mbappe who overload the left hand side. I know. Say Ancelotti is struggling because they're a top team. They're not supposed to struggle.
But I mean, it's only a school of thought in the idea.
Say,
I ran to crowd says our Germany are free. Real Madrid.
Toni Kroos
is free. Real Madrid. It looks like a affect what we do. And then man branch like us who honest are for the because there are great players from Mababo Real Madrid. They left. But still now Real Madrid at the point. And your antidote to whatever problems are not home. Only some school of thought they are doing. Toni Kroos are free. Madrid team then how?
I think that's exactly that's exactly the point of view of the analysis. And it's a kind Toni Kroos statement from the beginning, because Toni Kroos is a TSS and a Madrid legend. You don't expect him to be because me wanna na me maybe go through. The truth is that Madrid are like a made full balance now.
Okay.
Unse do baby no Jude Bellingham be prior. Oriente Tchouameni was out for some time. Camavinga should be prior at some point in time. Finding the balance. All the Modric ever shake team we want. It is good on the ball, but without the ball, how to cover the ground and heading. So getting this 3 for me, the one against Alaves was the best balance. And he had to say Mbappe, so I fit to go and play in the game against Villarreal. Say Madrid ain't team against Atletico de Madrid. That this is a game that Madrid has to win.
Okay.
And definitely, I think a match Madrid have to make sure they go on and then they get the job done. I think they will get a job done. Away from that, Barca will go away to Alaves. The same Alaves side that Madrid any of my boy or my show. For me, say Barca team no fully fit. This is how I arrange them on the tactical board. Araujo will come back to right centre back. Although Inigo Martinez are excellent, I'd rather push Kubasi to LCB. My ball Alejandro Balde and Kunde. Then Pedri and Marc Casado as the DMs. With time, they'll throw in a branch of friend Frankie de Jong, play Danny Olmo in there or in the our showroom. Then Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, and a branch of friend Lewandowski. There is good depth for FC Barcelona if everybody is fit. And you are going away to Alaves. So what's your Barca? In all of their travels, at the bomb in the La Liga this season has been how good they have been in terms of the direct play. Makane several times. So chance to flick ball no banana. Or hinging more on physicality. It's in the ball of body now. It's about playing quickly through the channels and being fast and getting the job done. Away at Alaves there. And your match, I say, dream about Barcelona. I think the Barca will get a job done. And now, there is a big early kickoff. Manager of the man, so the man.
Ateta, Unai Emery, Enzo, Marco Silva, and Slot.
And Slot is not part of the top 3 because we lose one match. Omama Kenina and Lusu in the month of September. Arsenal and Lucy match in the month of September. Unai Emery and Lucy match in the month of September. Enzo Maresca when Lucy match in the month of September. Marco Silva when Lucy match in the month of September. Now we will go to the other details. Goals for, goals against, any goal difference. Ateta share 8 or concede 5 and onya goal difference of 3. Unai Emery share 8 or concede 5 and onya goal difference of 3. Ushe Chelsea or share 9 or concede 3 and onya goal difference of 6. Marco Silva or share 5 or concede 2.
For the sake of time, I didn't saw the Olusu in film.
Yeah.
Chelsea coach,
Any boss amount.
Chelsea coach, maybe Chelsea coach, you told 1 billion here, chairman, in film. Unai Emery, Nimika Teta. Monfana,
Wait, you see one another. Great, Mate. Unai Emery,
a coach in the film.
Matthias,
I told 1 billion.
Time can say Richard. I conquer the match. Now, 1 hour time, as you a more chance now, Casamo.
To 1 billion amount, we dear coach.
Charo. And now, Liverpool 11:30 against Crystal Palace. You see, a very tough game when Liverpool are going away to the Selhurst Park. And watch a Crystal Palace. Send them when the season last season. And yes, I am this season. Omenya some mixed results kakra, going away to Everton, staying away to play against the Leicester City game, away to Leicester. Anyhow, much and then your result it has been tough. I expect say Liverpool away to Selhurst Park. At least a draw there. Say Liverpool team in Arsenal better FA about Southampton. It's a game. Madrid say Arsenal for betting. Arsenal should be able to beat Southampton. Southampton a struggle. Man City a big game against Fulham. Last season was a difficult game. Marco Silva anytime about Man City be or stubborn against them. The off the ball job, no defensive. How our team shuffle from the 4 to 5 back. No closing half spaces. No. I am an air game for Manchester City. I foresee a difficult game, but also a gamer. Man City. Arsenal should be able to get a job done. I was so much in him. See, there is a difficult game, and I think say DBR make catch Arsenal for no. Regardless of how bad Unai Emery was for them as a coach, who deserve a lot of credit, and Arsenal for need to give him the credit that he deserves. He has to get that. Baby, I offer Aston Villa free from the 15th positions, just a few points from relegation. So in the 5th position, joint points with Chelsea. It tells you the quality. Or say game not on it, Manchester United. He has prepared better than he did against my friend FC Bayern Munich. So definitely, it's a game that you expect say a bit flopper. My only problem is that the high line of Manchester United to try and press. The way United off the ball job, no, and yet the best. Now Omobo against pacey direct forwards in Ramsey, John Duran, I'm just wondering. Then the midfield battle of Amadou Onana in the middle of the park with Yuri Tillemans vis-a-vis. I'm sure saying Eric Ten Hag is going to go in with Abrantia, your friend Manuel Ugarte in the middle of the park with either Kobe Manu because Kobe are more away in the Champions in the Europa League. How that is going to be in here a difficult game. I know there are a lot of Manchester United fans. Any confidence, I can't say in terms of betting there. Manchester United feel betting. Opa Manu goes, Bibia.